2022, which they're going to tell you all about that in a bit, but let's give them a huge round of applause for writing books. Hang out all the time, and she's working with me still, and I love her, and her business is amazing. And she wrote a book, you guys. So Shannon's very modest, like almost to a fault at times. Like she doesn't realize how awesome she is, and it's really cute sometimes, and other times like I yell at her a little bit because I'm like, you're so amazing, you know so much stuff, you're helping all these people. Like she's literally helped like probably over 1,000 businesses and sports teams and different charities and things, like get their visual brand, you know, on swag items and out there to the world. She's helped these businesses grow their reach. She has a wealth of knowledge, and she put it into a book, which is super exciting. She's going to share a little bit of that with you right now. Give it up for Shannon Dick.
Oh, Lindsay. Yes, Lindsay's yelled at me. Not yelled at me. Strongly, come on, pull your head out of your butt. I cried once. She didn't know what to do. Everything is in a good way. So I want to thank you all for being here. I was hesitantly excited because this is really my first time as me presenting anything I've done and sharing it with a group of amazing women like you. So thank you for holding space for me. And I'm even more excited because I was able to bring my sister Erin here from Ottawa. I'm originally from out east. I've been here 27 years. That's still home. So yeah, my beautiful sister Erin came, and my lovely assistant Neela, who helps me in my business. So thanks, ladies. Okay, so 3 years ago, if you had have told me I'd be standing up here talking to a room full of amazing women, we're posting videos of myself on social media, doing Instagram lives, Facebook lives, I would have laughed in your face because, as you know, I help other people be seen. I'm kind of behind the scenes, and I didn't realize the impact of showing my face and how important it is for my brand. I'm just here. This is just what I do. So when Lindsay said you need to join this group and we're going to write a book, I'm like, sure, I'll come. And then I'm like, wait, what? We're going to write a book? Oh, no, I'm not in the league of these other women that have written amazing books. Whatever. So I was kind of reluctantly dragged along, and I'm really happy I made it to the end. Mine is a guidebook, and it's a place to get you started. It's a place to help you improve. So when I first started in life, you know, we decide what we're going to be. I want to be a police officer. So I went to school for law and security. Fresh out of, I was 17 when I graduated, 18 when I went to school. Did amazingly well. In your first year, it's all generalized. At the end of your first year, you do a little interview, and they decide which stream you're going to go into. So there were 3 streams. There was police officer, there was a correctional officer, or border security. They told me that police officer, I wasn't suited for that. I was suited for border security or a correctional officer. I went, peace out. No, that's not part of my plan. So from there, I went to university, and I took psychology and sociology, and I minored in criminology because I realized how fascinated I am with how the human brain works and why do people do what they do? Why do they think like that? Why do they behave like that? And then I went, what the heck am I going to do with that? So it's like, okay, education's never a loss. Throw it in my toolbox. So moved out west. I was only married for a year. My sister came out with us as well. We went to Mount Royal, and I took child and youth care. I'm like, this is it. This is what I'm going to do. Did really well in it. Had my daughter between first year and second year, so it took me 3 years. Finished that, went. By the time I pay a babysitter, drive to work, and put all of myself emotionally into this job, I don't know what's going to be left for my family. So that's when I went, this isn't it either. So I stayed at home and I worked for my husband, and worked in his business. He started a business doing irrigation, and I did the books, and that allowed me to stay home with my daughter. So I was happy. Still felt a little bit, something's missing. My family's all back east. I'm here. So creativity has always been my outlet. I've always loved to create. and I never stopped. So that is what led me to this path. So 25 years later, here I am, a business owner of Shannon Designs. July, I'm coming into 21 years, which thinking that I didn't think I was going to make it through the pandemic, like a lot of businesses that didn't, but I did, and here I am, and I never would have imagined in my wildest dreams that I would be here. So my point is, there's no straight line in life. There's a starting point and many, many detours and obstacles, and my theory is always how you handle them. We get crap thrown at us every single day, and you get to choose. Do you take all of it, put it in your lap and sit down, and you cry, and sometimes you're going to do that, or you know what, this isn't mine, we're going to chuck it over here, and we're going to keep on going. So it's just all in how you handle it. So following your heart takes courage, perseverance, and learning to accept it all, and to do it even when you're terrified. I'm a high anxiety person, I'm a little bit OCD, perfectionist, which is times very amazing in my business, but personally can be to my detriment. So the biggest growth that I have had has been when I've been at my scariest. So it's that there's no growth that happens inside your comfort zone. So learn to feel uncomfortable and just do it anyways. You know, I have a theory that you're gonna throw a lot of spaghetti at the wall, because we do that. You know, is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? It's always when you're the hungriest. I'm like, come on, just cook, I wanna eat you. It's not all gonna stick. So you take what sticks, you go with it, and the other stuff, throw in the garbage. We often think we need more skills and knowledge, but what we really need is accountability from women who understand us because they are us. I want you to have this too. That's why I'm so happy that you took the time from your busy lives to come here and be part of our first Femme Talks. You know you have a brand when you are cultivating more and more loyal relationships with the right people, all while you're increasing your confidence and income. And for me, it's the relationships and the confidence and the income. We all need income, we all need to live, but that's the bonus part of it, and the happy you are with what you do and how you do it. And it comes back to what Tiana said about, you know, no one wants to be invisible. That is, I think, the worst place. So everyone wants to be seen and heard and understood. And if, you know, for me, when my clients walk in, if they don't understand me, if I don't understand them, that's my job, is to figure out how to understand them. And just to, you know, work with them from where they're at, get them to where they want to be. So it's a learning process for them, and it's a learning process for me. What do people think when they see your visual brand? We all, you know, we've got that 30 seconds to see a logo, and in that 30 seconds we make an impression, and it stays in our head. We have to see something 16 times in order for it to be easily recognizable. So visual components of a successful brand is consistency, emotion, and clarity. And there's so many other parts of that, and that's, you know, when I talk about consistency, it's how, you know, being consistent on social media. It is being consistent in your colors, in your branding, in the fonts that you use, because that's what people are going to go, wait a minute, I know who that is. That's YYC Fempreneurs. It's not even a thought. They know what you stand for, what you do, and they're either drawn to you because they're your people, or they're not, and that's okay. So what you represent, that's your message that you put out into the world. I want people to come into my shop, whether they have, and I've had it, a logo written on a napkin in crayon. This is, you know, that's where they're at. So I'm like, okay, so where are we going with this? And I want to put their message out into the world. So we'll start with that crayon drawing, and we'll go from there. Some people are 20 steps ahead. They have their digital files set up for me. They're ready to go. I can look at them and say, yeah, let's make a couple of tweaks because I know we can make this better. Or, this is awesome. You've thought of everything. Now what do you want to do with it? It's how you show up, not just for your brand, but it's when I'm with my clients, it's how I show up for the experience. I'm interested. I want to know what they're, you know, I want to know more about them. So me knowing more about them allows me to create a better, you know, to help them put that brand out there so that they're proud of it. Because at the end of the day, it is about you. You are your brand, and your brand is you. So what do you offer? Why do people want to use your products and services? And it comes back to not everyone's your client. It's just like, you don't like everyone, and that's okay. Don't be hard on yourself for that. The people that need you will find you, and you will find them. So if you don't have a business name or a logo, don't sweat it. Some of you, maybe you've had a logo forever. I started out with no logo. My logo was my initials, SD, in a box. And that's what I ran with because I had a job, I had the embroidery machine sitting in my basement. I needed to make that first payment, and so I had to have a name so I could open a bank account. And that's what I came up with because the first 10 names I chose were already taken. So you work with what you have, and you can improve along the line. Nothing's in stone, so it's always changeable. So if you don't have that week, that's what my branding guide is about. It'll walk you through that. It'll ask you those questions, make you reflect. There's lots of space for writing exercises, and that's what you need to do. Take the time to do it, and don't power through the weekend. You know, everything takes time. You have life to live, and your business should fit in your life, not your life around your business. So steps to building a powerful brand message. So this is called the elevator pitch, and how many of you, what do you think of when you hear the elevator pitch? I cringe. I'm like, oh boy. It's a lot of pressure, and it doesn't have to be pressure. Think about it this way. If I were interviewing you on Instagram Live, and I asked you to share with our audience, why did you start your business? What do you do to improve the lives of the people you work with and serve? Can you do that in 5 sentences? What would you say? If you don't have this clear in your mind, don't panic, take a deep breath. We can get you there. And a little tip, and this is again back to the power of social media, and keep doing it and make the mistakes, laugh at the mistakes, show that you're real. The videos that I've had the most engagement with are when I stumble over my words. I'm awesome at talking backwards, and people that know me well, there's no hitch. Other people go, pardon me, what did you say? Showing those sides of me, that's who I am. That's what you get. This is me. People want to know the real you. They're not going to get to know all of you. There's only certain people that should be that privileged to be in your life. So let them see why they want to work with you. You know what? I can be serious when I need to be, but I can be fun. And that's, to me, life's too short. Embrace the fun, embrace the crazy, and just go with it. So this is why you want to do Instagram Lives. It's to help you put the why of your business out there. And it's so easy when someone you care about is interviewing you. Like I remember the first time I did one with Tiana. Nervous as heck. I'm sure it was 50 Shades of Red. I had to go to my office. It was in the evening. I had to make sure the lights were good. My hair was good, all of it. And at the end of it, it's like, why did I make that out so? Why was that so hard? It wasn't. I still get nervous every time I do it. And you will, and that's okay. That shows that you care. But the more you do these, and just practice, you should post it, right? You should post it. And often I'll post stuff, and Lindsay, yeah, I'm looking at her, right? You should post it. And save it in your drafts. Maybe you don't need it right now, but if you're out going for a walk and you're like, hey, I just thought about this, record it. I have lots of my drafts, and I will post them. I always take pictures of everything I do. Everything can be related to your audience. How you talk about your business is part of your brand. What do you want people to say about your business when you aren't in the room? That is like what you want people to say about you personally when you're not in the room, because that's when the truth comes out. And you know, I've had people come in to me and say, you know what, you come highly recommended. And every time, 21 years later, I'm still like, wow, that's cool. And when I'm out in public, I can pick out my work like that. And it's a little like, okay, I did that, it still looks good, awesome. And I want to do that for other people. I want them to be able to express themselves, feel good about what they do, why they do it. Because most of us don't go to business to get rich. I mean, come on, really. It's when the money comes, and that's an amazing part. And the growth I've seen in my business in the last 3 years doing, joining marketing school, because I never had the time before. I was too busy. If I didn't run my embroidery machines, I wasn't making any money. When the pandemic hit, I had the time. So it was kind of like, okay girl, sink or swim, what are you gonna do? And I decided, I've got nothing to lose. Marketing school was free at that point. So I'm like, 6 weeks, here I go. As nervous as heck. Best thing I ever did. So that's about, finding the people, find your tribe. It sounds so cliche. It couldn't be more true. Find your tribe and find those women who lift you up, who you look at and go, wow, you did that? I can do that too. How did you do that? There's no gatekeeping. No, there's enough business for all of us. So find what you want, find the people who will support you and teach you. And you have so much to teach yourself. It's such an amazing relationship that there's no value that you can put onto it. So that's what you want is, what do people talk about? What do they say about you when you're not in the room? This was our perfect example right here when you shared about how not just a teacher, not just a mentor, like I have a hard time not crying up here. I'm like, like to me, like that's the ultimate. And like when you won that door prize and said, this day's just the best. It is the best. You know what? And you'll take that with you. You will never forget that. And you will become an amazing mentor for someone else because of that. So amazing gifts, ladies. Thanks for sharing with us. Okay, so everybody can reach into their bag and pull out my guidebook. There's a pink sticky note on a page. And that's a little writing assignment. We're going to take 2 minutes to do. Define how you want to be perceived by your current and future clients. So we're going to give you 2 minutes. Write down whatever comes to mind. Even if it feels silly, just do it. Sorry. We're going to have a little dance party for 2 minutes, okay? So do your work.
Energizing brain music.
Okay, 5 more seconds. And if you still want to write while they talk, it's okay. I won't be offended. So, some practical ways to share your brand message. Once you've kind of got an idea of how you want to serve, the way you want people to feel, great ways to do that, to share your brand message, is on social media, so Facebook and Instagram. And how do we do that? Well, that's like the bag that you got when you came in. We call that swag. I was so excited when I walked in here and I saw this wall and I saw all the colors and I saw the logos. Like over there they have a little power bank with all the different cords for all the different phones. That's all swag. So swag is stuff we all get. So following our stats on promo products and their ROI, or return on investment, or CPI, is cost per impression. 8 out of 10 consumers have at least one promotional product. 6 out of 10 such consumers keep that promotional product with them for up to 2 years. 85% of people do businesses with the advertiser after receiving a promotional item. And do you know why? It's that brand recognition. So you get a pen from a trade show and it's for a plumber. Well, I don't need a plumber, but I like pens. So it's gonna go in my purse, it's gonna go in my junk drawer in my house. 6 months later, why is my draining so slow? Wait a minute, I got that pen from a plumber. I'm gonna go find that. You may or may not call him, but you happen to see him at that trade show and you're like, okay, he's putting himself out there. This is all stuff you do subconsciously, you don't even think about it. But because he gave you that pen, and let me tell you, the return on investment on a pen is the most kept promotional product because it's useful. 89% of the consumers can recall the advertiser even 2 years after receiving that product. 63% of the consumers give away their promotional product when it's not. There's a little thing, it looks like a business card. It's got my info on the front, and there's sticky notes inside, little sticky flags. I don't know about you, I love sticky flags. They're so useful, they go everywhere. And it happens to have my card in the front. When people say, oh yeah, I still have that on my desk from you, and you're like, awesome. I just want you to remember me so that if I can help you out, here I am. So how do we choose the swag that we need? We got to think about a few things. So the budget, the event, and the audience. Like, I wouldn't give you guys hand cream today. I give you sticky notes, because sticky notes you can flag other parts a book of the book, my guidebook, or you can flag other people's, the other authors' books. You can flag parts of them that really resonate with you, so they're useful. You want to use them at events like this, marketing school, grad nights. I did an event we called it a fill a bag sale. I had a whole bunch of product that I needed to get rid of, and I'm like, how do I do this? The thought of having to price all of this product, I just it's not happening. I'll give it away before I spend all that time pricing. Reached out to my girls, and they're like, hey, one of the girls said, I went to this fill a bag sale in Vancouver. We purchased the bag for X amount, and then we stuffed it. Why can't you do that? I didn't have to price a thing. I had 3 bag sizes. I had 20, 30, and I think 50. I only had limited number of the $50 bags. They got to come in, I pre-sold them. They got to come in early, do an hour shopping before it was open to the public. These women were giddy. They thought they were stealing from me. Literally, no, I had stuff in the racks, and they're like, I'm like, no, I think you've got room, stuff that in there. And they were looking at me like, really? And afterwards, the feedback that I got, are you doing this again? My friend missed out. We couldn't do that. She couldn't come that weekend. Heck yeah, I'm gonna do that again. I never in a million years would have thought of that on my own. But I had some people that had ideas that I couldn't see. So what I'm gonna leave you with is talking about an Instagram giveaway and why you should do it. You can do a brand partnership. So someone that complements your business or you complement their business, reach out to them and said, hey, this is what I'm thinking about doing. You choose your giveaway partner. You reach out to them on Instagram or stop into a local business, say this, you pitch it to them and see if they want to partner with you. You'll be shocked at how many will go, you know what, I've always wanted to do this, but I just didn't have the time. Thanks for stopping in. Now that's something off my list. So you're doing double duty. So you want to share your goals. What's your goal for your Instagram contest? Why do it? You're going to grow your Instagram followers, and you're going to get new clients. You get to meet other businesses that you can perhaps work with by expanding your referral network. I refer other businesses every single day in my shop. I have people come in, they're like, oh, do you sell this, or do you do this, or can you sew my pants? Well, I reached out to, they think because embroidery, immediately they're like, well, she sews. I do sew. I'm not having your pants, though. That's not my thing. So I reached out to another lady in town, and I said, hey, Brenda, do you have some business cards? I want to refer you. She was like, what? She dropped off a stack of business cards. I'm really happy when that person comes in and I say, I can't help you, but you know what? She can. She's amazing. She stops in at least once a year with a little gift for me and more business cards, a hug, and here's a Starbucks. We're all winning. So the impact of those little relationships or reaching out to someone is shocking, and it could have much further reach than you could ever imagine. So you want to choose your prizes for your giveaway. You recommend or suggest a dollar value per business, so everyone is an equal contributor. Know the total value, the dollar value of all your prizes, and you'll use this to market your giveaway. So if you're really handy at creating, you like to work in Canva and it's nothing for you to whip up, this is Lindsay's job. She can do this on the fly on her phone, whereas I want a desktop. Lindsay will create the stuff for me when we've done some stuff in the past, and she'll forward it, and we put our own spin on it, and then we share it on our own social media channels. She shares it on hers, and before you know it, you've got a lot of people following you. And who doesn't want to win a prize? Like coming here today and winning these amazing door prizes that these people kindly, donated to us. It's awesome. So part of your entry criteria, you want to make sure that people know how do people get their names in the draw. It's usually tag a friend, 1 tag per in the comments, and then you need to follow the participating businesses. In your giveaway, post a caption. You need a time limit. We recommend about 1 week max because you want to create what Lindsay has coined as scarcity. So scarcity and urgency is that you only have a limited amount of time to get your, to tag your friend and to get in on this draw, because we're going to draw it and it's going to be amazing and you don't want to miss out. And then you launch and promote it on Instagram daily. So if this is something that you think is in your wheelhouse and you're like, you know what, I need to do this, I'm not really sure how to do this, or I'm a little bit scared, the back of the book there is growth hack tips and some Instagram giveaway steps so that you can follow that and do it. So we're going to do some speed dating coming up. So I challenge you to do some do some brainstorming about possible IG giveaways that you can do, or if TikTok is your platform, or Facebook, whatever it is, collaborate with someone and say, you know what, I think we would work really well together. What could we do? And if you need any more help, you can get in touch with me through my website. Let me know. I have a 30-minute free brand consult that you can book with me. And there's a QR code in the book, and you can scan that code in, and it'll take you right to where you need to sign up. And I have a favor to ask, and to Amazon, and once you've read the book, and just rate it for me. I would really appreciate that. So thank you, ladies, for listening to me, and thank you for attending.